Lakeshow podcast, our weekly deep dive into the biggest stories and news surrounding the Los Angeles Lakers. I'm Allie Clifton, Spectrum SportsNet co-host Chris McGee, our Laker insider Mike Bresnahan. How are we doing? How are we feeling?
Brez? It's good to see you guys.
Yeah. I feel like we've all been vacationing a little bit.
You've been at Jib Summer Camp?
Got my Jib Summer Camp. I saw Justin, the Jib operator. Yeah. So for those that don't know, the Jib is that giant camera on kind of like was that a trolley? Justin, what do you call that thing? And there's going to be a little summer camp here, Geet. I feel like you should be the MC for it. We're going to be getting some cabins in Mammoth.
Is there a stipend for that?
If so, he is in.
Yeah.
And Allie, you should be there too. Kind of the
Brez, Allie was on the lake. Okay, yeah. She was not. She didn't care what camp. You were doing.
She had her own camp.
Yeah, I had my own camp.
Yeah.
Yeah, lake camp. That's what we call that.
Yeah.
I've invited all of you there. You've been there.
Good to be back.
It's a hell of a camp.
Together.
Good to be back together.
It's been a while.
Our cars held down the talent section out there.
Don't tell anybody that.
Yeah, don't tell anyone. But nonetheless, yeah, good to see the both of you. Summer League, obviously free agency, we're right in it. Summer League is beginning, though, kind of picking up from the California Classic, but Vegas Summer League.
Yeah, opening night, right, for the Lakers.
Opening night, Cooper Flagg, Dallas Mavericks.
It was fun.
I'll give you this little fun fact in case y'all have missed it, because it is wild and crazy. According to TickPick, it was the most expensive Summer League ticket of all time. This goes back to 2004, right? Right? The inception of Summer League, right? Vegas Summer League? Yeah. Okay, lower bowl, $650. Courtside, $2,500. First of all.
Come on. Hold on a sec.
Yeah.
A courtside seat at a regular season Laker game is probably about $4,000, maybe $5,000. I kind of lost track, but $2,500 for a Summer League game courtside seat. That's crazy. That is crazy, crazy, crazy. And by the way, it's not like you can buy a courtside seat to a Laker regular season game or even a playoff game. They're really hard to get. But, man, $2,500 at Thomas and Mack Arena.
Oof.
500 miles.
Does that come with a bottle of something or no?
I mean...
It is Vegas, Mamba Mike.
High rollers.
Hey,
well, you also
Allie, you've been there.
Yeah.
Summer League.
I'll be heading there.
I know you're going
supposed
again.
to be going. Yep.
So, but the vibe around Laker games is always super fun.
Yeah.
Right. I feel like the crowd is always into it, and we saw that with Bronny and Cooper Flagg. So it had a little good vibe to it.
Yeah.
It was a good feeling.
Like I was telling you when I was like, you really need to get on this flight. Mm-hmm. What did I say? The first weekend, especially.
First weekend. Yeah. That's what everyone I feel like
it's like
comes into town.
High school reunion.
Yeah, that's super cool.
Yeah, it's a vibe.
There's a juniors basketball tournament going on as well, so at the club level, AAU.
Oh, okay.
So I have friends that are already out there, and they said that it's already just wall-to-wall people, and all the NBA guys are there. And
what's that courtside seat? 1,500
for the AAU?
Yeah, 2,000 maybe.
Probably not that much. But it's awesome to have it all in one place because those kids get to go to the Summer League games, and it's super cool.
There's something about that first day at Thomas and Mack. I probably covered, I don't know, somewhere between 8 to 10 summer leagues for the Lakers over the years, especially when they went through that phase where they were getting high draft picks. Julius Randle, Lonzo Ball, D'Angelo Russell.
Brez, Laker fans were taking those days serious.
Oh, yeah.
You remember those.
Brandon Ingram.
Yeah.
I just went down that. Continue, sorry.
No, those are like big days for the Lakers. And our network is in Vegas. Like when my dad lived there, he could watch Spectrum SportsNet in Vegas.
Yeah.
So there's always going to be a pro-Laker crowd at all these games. And it kind of had that sense tonight. You got Cooper Flagg against Bronny and Dalton Connect, and it was.
Bronny came out with
seemed like a nice vibe.
Little step back jumper on Cooper Flagg, nice. Then hit a quick three. It was actually pretty fun.
I just went down the rabbit hole of the D-Lo game winner. That's why
Oh, we've covered them all.
Yeah.
Like back then, we were like, we were going crazy when the Lonzo, the greatest summer league team ever, was like B.I., Lonzo, Caruso, Kuz, Zubac. I mean, that team was ridiculous. Yeah, Josh Hart. That team was ridiculous.
Judd Bushler, the coach, right?
Yeah, Judd Bushler was the coach.
A little water party
Travis Ware.
Wow, Travis Ware.
Forgot
about him.
Yeah. I mean, look, we're going to dive into the top takeaways from tonight's game. But I will say, like, when you think about it, over the last handful of years, you had Zion that drew the crowd that he did. I mean, there was a freaking earthquake.
Yeah, Zion.
You had Wemby being chased by Britney Spears. Like, remember that attention?
Yeah, good call.
But now, obviously.
And now you got Bronny last year. But Cooper Flagg. You know what? Listen, watching Cooper Flagg, too, like, we were talking about it. We had Brian Kamenetsky in here earlier for the show. And listen, he's 5 for 21.
Yep.
But just you saw why people love the way this kid plays basketball. He's treating it first summer league game like it's the game of his life, right? He's hustling, he's diving, he's setting picks, he's a great rebounder, he plays hard, he communicates. good on both ends of the floor, and he showed some flashes where you just know he's going to be a player in this league for sure.
Yeah, when he's grabbing those defensive rebounds and just going coast to coast, Duncan laying it up. He's strong. He's got point forward written all over him. And yeah, he didn't shoot well. He shot 23%, something like that.
21.
Not
21,
strong.
0 for 5 from 3.
0 for 5 from 3.
Yeah, didn't score in the second half, which was a little bizarre. 0 for 6. Didn't make a free throw. Only had one free throw attempt.
We've seen that though a lot though, Brez, right? Over the years of like a guy in his first game.
Yeah, exactly.
You're eager to score. That's why it's cool that he did all the other things.
6 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals.
Yeah.
You know what I did like? Bronny taking that last shot. Lakers down 2, time winding down. 8 seconds left when he got the ball in his hands above the arc. He's like, this is my shot. He didn't make it, but I like the mindset.
Yeah, let's win the game.
I'm going to do this. And talking to him last week, Allie, after his summer league practice out here in El Segundo, he's a very confident young man. And he's been working on stuff just in the few months since the Lakers season ended. And we saw a good glimpse of that in the first half. He had, 7 points in the first quarter?
Yeah.
I mean, he was good. He was real good.
There's a cool sequence where Cooper Flagg was trying to back Bronny down. Mm-hmm. And Bronny, you could see like how much stronger he's gotten in 1 year.
Oh, yeah.
Just being in that atmosphere every single day and working out hard. And he wouldn't let him back him down. He actually poked the ball away clean. They called a foul, and they kind of both laughed about it. And Cooper Flagg, the very next possession, was like, I'm not going to back you down. I'm just going to shoot it because I'm,
quick turnaround.
6'9".
Well, that's something that Bronny was talking about last week after this practice. He said, I've been working a lot on my conditioning and my physique. He's about the same weight. This is what he said as he looks strong a year ago. But you can tell there's more strength there. And he played, I think, about 21, 22 minutes tonight. He was very, very upfront. I said, what have you worked on the most since we last saw you? Conditioning is what he said. So he's expecting a bigger role for the Lakers, or at least hoping for a bigger role. If that's going to be the case, he's not going to be playing 3-4 minutes, double that, maybe even triple that. We'll see. We're not the coach. Yeah. But he's going to be in good shape once training camp starts in, only a few months. It's crazy. Yeah. 2 months, 2.5 months.
One thing's for sure. He did make the right decision down the stretch, because the one thing you do not do in Summer League is going to overtime.
No OTs.
Absolutely not.
I don't care
allowed.
if you missed that last shot.
Nope.
No one wants an overtime Summer League game.
No one called a timeout. There was nowhere drawing up a play. It was like ISO, shoot a 3. We're either running to the locker room like Joe Namath, or we're just.
He's the MVP of that game just for taking that shot.
Yeah,
I love
Joe
it.
Namath when he ran off after Super Bowl 3. Yeah,
that is also the other
reference.
thing.
Yeah.
JJ Redick loves himself some championship shape. So
yes.
I will say, you mentioned the word confident with him really quick before we move on. I want to talk a little about Dalton Connect. Tim Legler was talking about it early on the broadcast. When you mentioned the 3 he hit, the jumper he hit early, just the confidence
what a difference
from a
make.
year.
Yep.
Yes.
I mean, we saw it at the end of the season when he started playing, and he played the Bucks and a couple of, and you're like, is this the same guy that was playing against the Sixers 4 months prior when I had all the pressure on him and everyone was talking about it? Yep. Different kid.
Yeah.
Different kid.
I mean, look, he had a big mental hit, all right? And any rookie that gets traded is going to go through the exact same thing that Dalton Connect went through back in February.
Wait, are we talking about Dalton now?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, transition to Dalton. Sorry.
Okay, sorry. I thought we were talking about
We're kind of wrapping up on Bronny, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But now let's go to Dalton Connect, because he's
Let's
next.
go to Dalton. Yeah.
Dalton, take 2.
Jim Camp.
Yeah,
Jim
Dalton.
Camp.
I thought Dalton was good
Camera
tonight,
change.
6 for 16, made a few threes, but this is a big year for Dalton Connect, okay? He got traded, then he didn't get traded. That's going to mess with anybody.
And now you got to move on from that because no one cares anymore.
Exactly.
You got to deliver.
Yeah, exactly. And I thought that he definitely disappeared towards the end of the season. I get it. He got the call in Detroit. Hey, come back out here to the Lakers. You're not getting traded after all. And just a weird kind of surreal couple days for him and both franchises, the Hornets and the Lakers. But we lost track of him. And he started off really well, and I like to see him get that back. And I think Summer League is a first step for that. And then preseason in the NBA, when that starts up in September, October. But I like to see early season Dalton and not late season Dalton, because he was a different guy after that All-Star break and that trade rescinded.
What do you think for a player like him, having a season under his belt, can do mentally? Because I would argue that even coming into the season, it didn't look like he needed any time to adjust. Obviously, he had what you discussed with the trade and stuff, but even for a player like him and in his position, and now to have more time even next to Luka, right?
Yeah. Listen, he has the ability to get buckets. We saw him score, 39 in a game, 38. Like not everyone can do that, right? He can step into an NBA game and he can get hot and hit 7 threes, 8 threes. He can do that, Dalton Connect. He has to learn how to be a part of a rotation and do the things night in and night out that win you basketball games. It's not about, right? Like, sure, you can be a specialist and get hot and be, Nick Young was a great example. Like, Nick Young can get you 30, right? But Dalton Connect has to find a way to play on both sides of the ball and make winning plays, smart decisions at the end of games. You don't want to be a liability on that end. If teams are going to hunt you, you got to make them pay. So he's got to just become a more well-rounded basketball player, because when he's playing free and he's got the ball and he's got he can score a lot of different ways. He's legit scorer for sure, but you got to do so much else to fit into a basketball team.
How fun is the healthy competition going to be? We're going to talk about Jake LaRavia in the next segment, obviously with DeAndre Aton in the week that was for free agency, but with him and
for sure
Jake in training camp.
I mean, those are big minutes to be had.
For sure.
Yeah.
Dorian Finney-Smith's gone.
Yeah. Facts.
Yeah. And the Lakers. Okay, remember like my first several years on this network, I was always talking about three-point shooting. The Lakers were not good at it. Not only were they not taking threes, they were not making threes. That changed the last couple of years. They're starting to hit threes. You add a guy like Luka, three-point volume will never be a problem again. Now I'm going to rail on bench scoring. 29th out of 30 teams in the regular season, dead last among all the playoff teams. They averaged like 7 points a game, the reserves, in the playoffs.
The more trusted player, Brez, will get those minutes.
Yeah, so one of those guys has to average double digits.
It's the better defender is going to get those minutes. Both guys can shoot.
Yep.
It's who they trust more to make the right plays and who can stretch on the floor and all that stuff, but who can do it on the defensive end. That's who's going to get those Dorian Finney-Smith.
Got to have better bench scoring. You just have to.
Yeah.
Put too much pressure on the starters if you don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Summer League. I love Summer League. Cole Swider.
Buckets.
Got to give him a shout out.
6 threes tonight?
6 of 9 from 3.
It's 22 points,
and
maybe?
10.
Yeah, I mean, by the way, like, I saw him, like, shot fake, kind of relocate to the left, like, pull up. I saw him come off dribble, come off a screen, like, 3 different types of threes that, like, I was like, that's a guy that's going to give you 50 in a rec league if you don't know who he is. He's going to in a half.
I wonder what he said to Bronny
buckets.
after that last shot too. Going over to him. I'm sure it was just you know.
He's probably like, dude, I'm smoking right now.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like there was no play, there was nothing. It was just like, let's go down and.
Yeah.
Cole's one of those guys. He was a Laker two-way contract a few years ago, bounced around the league, but he's still around because he can shoot threes, and that's a talent in today's NBA, as we all know. So he's had a very nice summer league. Someone's going to take a look at him. If it's not the Lakers in the fall, he's going to be on someone's camp list and might even make a roster, especially if you're making 6 threes a game. I mean, it's a nice number at any level.
Hey, summer league is here. We saw everyone courtside in a day.
Saw Kyrie.
Kyrie. When
who else was there? You saw Kyrie.
When veterans are standing up courtside at a summer league game.
At the last play where everyone was up?
The last play, yeah.
Yeah. We were getting ready to go in there.
All the Mavs, yeah. Obviously.
Did Kyrie pay $2,500 for his seat?
He probably got paid $2,500.
Was it with D'Lo there?
I don't know about
Newest
D'Lo.
Mav.
Mark Cuban was out there.
I heard J. Kidd go on and talk, obviously, because Cooper is the second youngest number 1 overall pick.
Man.
Could you guys name the other ones before we go to break?
Yes.
Give them to me, Brez.
Oh, LeBron.
Dwight Howard.
LeBron's the youngest.
Dwight Howard.
Dwight Howard is 3rd.
Anthony Edwards.
5th.
That's good.
Is this in order?
And,
I hope so.
I saw a graphic earlier, so I'm totally cheating. I saw the graphic earlier.
Good.
Oh, so you know the other one?
I can't remember the 4th. Who?
Oh, you lose. Zion Williamson.
Oh, Zion.
Yeah, but J. Kidd talking on ESPN just about the composure that Cooper brings. And I said it right as they were doing tip-off. He looks like a grown man.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, he's 18, going up against guys like Cole Swider and Dalton Connect.
24.
Those guys can like almost rent a car by themselves. This Cooper Flagg can barely vote. I mean, it's crazy. You know, it's 7 years age difference between those guys almost. And Cooper Flagg, he is a man among boys already.
Lakers added a couple of guys who are not much older than Cooper Flagg. So when we return, DeAndre Aton is excited to link up with Luka Doncic and LeBron James. More on the Lakers' new center of attention after the break. Welcome back to the Lakeshow podcast. If you're enjoying the show, you can check out more original podcasts from our Spectrum News journalists on the Spectrum News app. Just head to the podcast section to listen to the latest episodes. You can download the Spectrum News app on the App Store or Google Play. Earlier, this DeAndre Aton spoke about teaming up with Luka Doncic.
Yeah, it feels like a video game. Like somebody set it up. I think somebody set this up. But like, honestly, this is an opportunity that I won't take for granted. You know, Luka's a once-in-a-generation player, and I'm happy to be his teammate. Hearing how much shape he's been in, he's super ripped, and I'm finally glad to be on this side, you know, while he's doing all of that. And, you know, I'm just truly excited. You know, I'm a student of the game, and, you know, I love to play with a passion. And, you know, the love I've received, and I've not even thrown on a jersey yet, is, you know, I can only show you guys my appreciation.
So lots to dive into here, because earlier this week, DeAndre Aton and Jake LaRavia were introduced to the local media. And we begin with Ayton, guys. Excited to play with Luka. I loved how we told you he was excited to just get back to playing like himself. Was excited to go through free agency for the first time. You stood next to him for a while. Great interview.
Yeah, we talked. And listen, he's going into his 8th year. And, you know, often I think guys at his stage, you know, they've been playing since they've been in the NBA since 19 years old, whatever, 20 years old, and they've never had a choice on where they play basketball. So it's the first time he's had that choice, right? He was drafted by Phoenix, and then he was traded to Portland, spent his 2 years there. And I think for him, it was really one of the cool parts of his process, he told me, was that he got to see how he was valued around the league and how a lot of teams wanted him. Ultimately, the Lakers were the right fit. He wants to be in that uniform. He wants to play alongside Luka and LeBron. He has a great relationship with Luka. They were drafted in the same year. They share the same agent, Bill Duffy. They became good friends throughout that process. They're very competitive with each other as well. So to me, what I was impressed with, because he talked to the media first, and then he and I moved over and talked for a few minutes. And I also heard him on with Sedano and Cappy on ESPN Radio. And he got asked a lot of hard questions. He got asked questions about his motor, about his lack of caring, about sometimes not being engaged, all that stuff. And he answered every question and said, I have no excuses. Like, this is it for me. Like, I have to produce here. I just want to win. Doesn't matter how much I touch the ball, that stuff. I just want to win, play winning basketball and be a part of a winning team. He was close in 2021. They were, a game away from winning the NBA Finals. He had a great run. So he wants to get back to that. He knows that he's an important time in his career, and he has a lot to prove, and he's motivated. And I think, you know, listen, when you're going into a contract here, I don't know if there's any bigger motivation than you need than that, combined with people not believing in you. Mm-hmm. So what better place to do it? And he's got a great relationship with Shaq, which I didn't know from his EYBL days or EBYL days. How do I say? Yeah, EYBL, sorry. His days back playing on the East Coast and AAU basketball and all that stuff, and Shaq, and playing with Shaq's son. So, there's a little Laker connection for him there, Brez.
Yeah, Director Bergen in our ears saying 2 games away from
2 games away. Yes, our Phoenix Suns fan, residence expert.
And that was in what year? Because he's still very bitter about it.
2021, still bitter, and was a big fan of Ayton then, and then
and now, Well, the problem for Ayton
now he's going to be a fan again because he's with us.
The problem for Ayton is he went from a really good team who was in the finals to a team up in Portland that was in rebuild mode.
Yeah,
they drafted a center a year ago in the lottery, Donovan Clingan. And, it's got to be tough to be Ayton. Like, oh, boy, where do I fit in here? They also had Robert Williams up there, my favorite nickname ever, the Time Lord. Very crowded center position up in Portland. And also no Chris Paul up there. So he kind of got lost up there for a couple of years. So it was good to see the effervescence in his character when he was interviewing you, or being interviewed by you, Geet. I thought he seemed like he was having fun, excited, ready for a second run here with another good team. Phoenix being the first one, now the Lakers. And by the way, the Lakers absolutely embracing this. I mean, I thought it was really smart what they did. A, you're not trading a bunch of players to get this guy. B, once DeAndre Aton, DFS, Dorian Finney-Smith opted out, that freed up some more cash for the Lakers. They went from having only about $6 million with one mid-level exception to the larger mid-level of about $14 million for this season, and they sprinkled that among 2 players. You got Jake LaRavia for about 6 of that. You got Ayton for $8 million of that next season. So they've turned 1 player salary into 2. So I thought they bounced back really quickly from losing DFS. He'll do great in Houston, signing a multi-year deal with them. But, if you're going to say, who would you rather have, DFS or a legit 15-10 NBA center and LaRavia, give me a center and a decent shooter off the bench all day, any day. I love that deal for the Lakers, what they've done with that money.
We're going to go there next. Obviously, we talked about it the other day on the show, too. It's one thing to say it's another to do it. But for him to say that it's an opportunity he doesn't want to take for granted, look, if he's true to that and sticks to that, it's going to be real fun.
Yeah, I agree. For sure.
Yeah,
right? It's one of the biggest questions.
Yeah, that's everything.
For sure. I mean, and look, he got away from he's a pick and roll guy. Mm-hmm. People who watched him the last couple of years wouldn't say that up in Portland because, again, there's no Chris Paul up there. You've got Anthony Simons. He's more of a shoot first guy. You've got a very young Scoot. So he might eventually be a good pick and roll point guard. But when you have Chris Paul setting you up, and now you're going to have LeBron and, of course, our friend Luka, there's going to be a lot more pick and roll in DeAndre Ayton's future, Geet.
Brez, you just hit on something, too. We talk a lot about this in the newsroom with our producer, B. Moore. Like, when you have guys playing, like, look at what Bradley Beal was in Washington. Like, he never played in a big game, ever. Kuz went up there. Like, Portland. Like, they're not a good team. Like, they actually got it going a little bit this year. But, like, when you're playing in those kind of atmospheres after coming off of teams that are trying to win an NBA championship, you can kind of get complacent. You can get lost. Games don't have as much meaning. You're not going 110%. Of course, you always should. All that stuff is true. But, yeah, there can be issues that come around. One thing I was doing my deep dive research, like, teammates loved him. Teammates like he's a good guy, worked hard. So we'll see. We'll see.
For Jake LaRavia, he was the other big free agent signing for the Lakers this week. 3 seasons, about 7 points, 43% from the field, 37% for his career from deep. Traded the Kings at the deadline last year, where he then shot a career high 42%.
Now, give me his numbers versus the Lakers.
In those 19 games, probably 63%.
It's like 20. It's like 20 a game.
70% from deep.
Yeah.
Where do you think he fits into this roster? You touched on a little bit.
Such a good question. Listen, I think it's going to come down to Dalton Connect, LaRavia, how does Vando healthy, that kind of stuff. But he's a guy that he's going to be expected to play. He's going to be expected to stretch the floor. He's going to be expected to shoot more threes. He's going to be expected to defend on both ends. And by the way, he's a lot craftier than people think with the basketball. He can make a move. He can get you to the hoop. He can create a little bit. And, he prides himself on being able to defend. So we'll see, right? But, like, he's going to be expected to play. Those Dorian Finney-Smith minutes are gone. So he's expected to fill a huge role, but he's also got to win that role.
And DFS might have been their best corner 3 shooter. So that's you're losing a big part of that backup offense, the reserves offense, when you lose a guy like DFS. And he only had, 9 points a game, 10 points a game. It's not like DFS is Lou Williams back in the day scoring 18, 19 off the bench, but someone has to step in. Again, help that bench scoring because it was a big sore spot for this team last year.
DFS brought a great attitude.
Yeah.
Everyone loved him. Yeah. He was a dog on the court. Like, he brought this moxie with him. Like, Luka loved him. LaRavia brings a little different skill set where, like, if he gets run off the three-point line, he can make a play. DFS is hitting that three or he's passing that ball, right? But he can make a move to the rack. He can do some things. So, but you're going to miss that veteranism for sure. But they're hoping that LaRavia at his youth, his age, can, be good. In the
I will miss from DFS whenever I interviewed him. I don't know if he did this for you, Allie, as well, when you were down at the arena pregame. I was with Spectrum SportsNet. He'd say, "Where's my free cable? I'm only going to talk to you if I get free cable." And I never said this, but I often always say,
"You're making $17 million." Did you ever say that, Brett?
Or you could buy a small cable station in, like, Dubuque, Iowa. I mean, but he was fun, to your point, fun with the media, fun with his teammates, and he's going to be missed. But LaRavia, I liked his interview with you as well, Geet. Seems like, he's happy to be here, and he got lost in the shuffle in Memphis a little bit last season. So he's definitely going to have a chance to be the first or second guy off the Laker bench. Probably second guy.
45 seconds left. You said it the other day, Lakers are not done dealing. You wouldn't believe.
Yeah, I think you got to get one more wing defender, not even a wing defender, a guy who can guard guards, a guy who can try to shut down good point guards, good shooting guards, and maybe like a wing scorer off the bench. I think Gabe Vincent could turn into their leading scorer off the bench, but they still got some moves to do. Yeah. We'll see what happens.
It's past my bedtime.
I was going to say, it's the latest I've worked
Thanks
in
all
years.
of you for listening to the Lakeshow podcast. If you like what you hear, leave us a rating and review on your favorite podcast app. We want to hear from you. Send us your questions. Hit us up on X. Really, Clifton, Allie Clifton, _Mike_Bresnahan. Until next week.